So if you're an Uber driver or you're a Lyft driver and you're looking for a dash cam that has two colored cameras, where you've got color obviously going out the front windshield, but also color inside the cabin area, this may be an option for you. Because if you're my Uber driver or you're my Uber passenger, where would you like to go, ma'am? Oh, you want to go to gymnastics? Well, let's go to gymnastics and check out this dash camera. And that's coming right up. Today we're looking at the myGEKOgear-Dual camera dash camera. It is full HD 1080p 30 frames per second. The front camera is 145 degrees, rear camera 140 degrees. It is using the Sony Exmar night vision sensor, has loop recording, built-in Wi-Fi when you use their app, a 2.7-inch LCD rear screen, and it even has motion detection. But don't forget, it also has GPS, which will log your longitude, latitude, and also your miles per hour. So inside the box, we've got the instructions, we've got the power cable that plugs into your cigarette lighter, another USB cable for your computer if you'd like to download, and a suction cup mounting system, which works very well. Also, the camera, it's got a different design to it, but you know what? It's kind of unique considering it has the built-in GPS module inside. Like I said, the rear screen, it is 2.7 inches, so it gives you a nice field of view. Another thing is the rear camera has 4 IR lights right there for night vision, so when it gets dark, it'll actually illuminate the inside of the car, but we'll talk about that later. Another nice feature is that rear camera, you can move it back and forth to adjust your angle. Now, the material is actually very nice. It's in that rubberized material, and it even comes with a 16 gigabyte SD card that's actually included. So let's take a look at some more footage from this myGEKOgear-Dual dash cam. All right, doing a quick little audio test of this myGEKOgear-Dual dash cam. Gonna test audio 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm about, I don't know, arm's length away from the dash camera. And we'll see how the audio sounds and see if it actually picks it up real well. And then we'll see what the image quality looks like coming out of the front camera and out of this rear camera. Is it worth it? We're going to find out. Welcome to Texas. It can be sunny and 100 degrees, and then it cools down to in the 80s, and you get a rain shower out of nowhere. Because our forecast for rain today was 0. You know, it's 2019. Do you think that the weather forecasters could forecast? You know, they try to forecast 7 to 10 days out. But I think it's funny that they can't even forecast 24 hours out. But then again, back in the 90s, weather forecasting was so much more accurate. They could give you a forecast and you knew that the next couple of days this is what the weather was going to be. Not anymore. Weather forecasting's gone down the tubes. Technology is not always a good thing. Except when it comes to dash cameras. Alright, testing out myGEKOgear-Dual dash camera. Doing a nighttime drive with it just to see how does it work for its low light capability when you're driving at night, and also what the indoor lighting is like for the inside camera. So if you are going to use this as a dash camera, if you're an Uber driver or a Lyft driver, or even if you're just a person that enjoys dash cameras but you'd like to have some video footage of the inside of the cabin, this is a dash camera for you to consider, because when it's 1080p on both cameras recording 30 frames per second, that's nice. It gives you an opportunity to get some nice footage. But one thing that I've encountered that I'm having to do is touch is the screensaver. No matter what you set the screensaver to, let's say I set it to off so that the screen is always on. Once you turn the vehicle off and you start it back up, it goes back to 1 minute screensaver. There's no way to fix that. I've tried probably 14, 15 different times. And whenever you get into the menu setting, what happens is the camera stops recording and you set it to off. Then you've got to push the OK button for it to start recording again. But is that a deal breaker? No. Right now it is 9:17 p.m. in Texas. It is dark outside. So far from what I see on the screen, the front camera looks really nice. The rear-facing camera here, it does have an IR light. It actually has 4 of them, and it's recording inside the cabin. But I wish that it was wide-angle dispersion of the IR light, as opposed to, because right now it's like a circle that I see. So everything, I don't know if you can see me even moving my left hand by the window. I can't see it on the screen, although I can see my seatbelt, but it's kind of focused directly in the center. So I wish the IR lights were maybe focused outwards just a little bit to catch more of the left and right. The question is, can I make out this license plate that's right in front of me, or is it going to be an overexposed image? I'm trying to catch up to these guys here so I can see if I can see their license plates. So this is the pitch black street I was talking about. So I'm kind of curious to see if I'm going to be able to see the license plate of like this truck that's right in front of me here, or actually off to the side, just to see, can I see that license plate and make it out? What I'll do is I'll zoom into it now just to see, can we make it out? Now, a lot of dash cameras, they suffer when it comes to checking out license plates at night. So I'm not really sure because I haven't seen this footage yet, but kind of curious. I've only had, I think, 1 or 2 dash cameras actually perform pretty decently at night where you can still make out the license plate. So that is that for the night footage. We're going to pop it all into the computer, and then I'm going to give you my final thoughts about this myGEKOgear-Dual dash camera to let you know if it's worth it or if it's not. So let's stick it in the computer and find out. So what are my final thoughts on the myGEKOgear-Dual 1080p color dash camera? I like it. I like a lot of the pros about it. I like its build quality. I like the rubberized feel on it. I love the dual camera setup, and I like the fact that the inside camera that you can turn and swivel around. I think the audio is respectable. I think the bit rate coming in at 12 megabits per second gives you a nice image quality overall. It's very easy to hook up. I love the fact that it comes with a 16 gig SD card that just comes with it from the factory. So nice little touch there because it keeps the consumer from having to buy another item. Really like the fact that it has built-in GPS, and it's not GPS that you have to use your phone to be able to monitor. It's actually recorded right on the screen of both cameras. So if you look at just the rear file, you'll have all of that GPS data there. If you look at just the front file, it has all the GPS data there. Some of the cons about this: I don't like the fact that the IR light for the inside, I like the fact that it does have IR light and it has an Exmor sensor for the inside of the vehicle, but the IR lights, they needed a little bit wider dispersion so that you don't have that circular beam effect just down the middle of the inside of the car. I wish it was a wider dispersion so that you could see everything inside the car. But other than that one little gripe, all in all, I really can't complain about it. What I'll do is I'll put a product link in the description below so that you can check out the myGEKOgear-Dual dash camera for yourself. Also, there is a coupon code so you can save some extra money, and that's courtesy of myGEKOgear. Tell me in the comment section below, what do you think about this dash camera? Do you like it? I'd like to hear what your thoughts are. And until the next review, please have yourself a great day, and I will talk to you later. Bye-bye.